Meghan the Queen and Windsor. What is the true story behind that oh-so-secret visit? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Nice to see you all today. Thank you so much also for the very kind birthday messages to our gracious Majesty the Queen for the forthcoming week. As I said, we are going to print them off. We are going to present them at Windsor along with a wonderful card to let her know exactly what our wonderful, close, friendly community want to say to her on a very special birthday. Let's not say her age the way people, you just don't want to know, do you, when you get to a certain age? I'm dreading hitting 36. Yes. How dare you? Back as ever to your breaking royal story of the day. Now, this particular story, lots of people have already been in touch and asking me exactly what do we know so far. So as ever, we've been out and about and finding out exactly about the story that matters to you. Now, I've got to tell you into a bit of an inside secret because we obviously, as you know, when you work within royal circles, we had heard this rumour that this was a possibility, a visit, a very short visit to Windsor Castle by Harry and Meghan. And, you know, it's hard to work out with a lot of people because, as we know, the ongoing battle between Harry and Meghan and the Metropolitan Police and the Home Office over security, well, seemingly given a huge backlash of him not attending the recent memorial to Prince Philip, he's had a change of heart. Now, a lot of people are basically saying, yes, well, interesting, isn't it, that he's come over with his Netflix crew, and of course, you know, this is great PR for Netflix. It indeed is. But what really was the background to that particular meeting with Her Majesty the Queen, Meghan, Harry and Prince Charles? Now, what we can tell you is we're not sure if Camilla was in attendance. As we know, it's been a rather fractious relationship ever since that major interview nearly 2 years ago now. But what we can tell you is this. According to my good source, it was instigated by Her Majesty the Queen. As we told you recently, she believes in looking people eye to eye, face to face, and she wanted a very simple explanation. She also wanted to bridge the gap between her son, Prince Charles, and his youngest son, of course, Prince Harry. And she figured that this was a very good time. Now, a lot of people are saying within palace walls, well, he's simply exploiting Her Majesty the Queen. Now, you could say that, yes, of course, but more importantly, you know, she believes in family values, forgiveness, and at this particular time of the year in the Christian calendar, more than ever, she really wanted to try and move something forward. She was fed up of the bric-a-bracs and all the things back and forth, that sort of stuff. Now, how successful was it? Well, what we are told, it wasn't a very long visit. They didn't go too deep into many of the problems that allegedly are ongoing still. But really what they wanted to do was try and pave the way to stopping all of this negative PR. Now, as I've told you before, Her Majesty the Queen is an incredibly clever lady. She knows that this book, Prince Harry's book, is about to go into final print, as it were. This is the bit before they agreed the final sign-off. Now, meeting Her Majesty the Queen face to face, if you've written anything negative about her eldest son, then perhaps it may have a bit of a rethink. Very shrewd and clever move by her, but the bigger picture over here in the United Kingdom is it's really been met with a backlash. And more importantly, they see Her Majesty the Queen to blame for re-inviting back into royal circles Harry and Meghan. If you wanted to say, was this a clever move by them? I would say seemingly not. As ever, well, we are impartial here on the show, and we just like to bring you the facts as we see them, and of course, hear directly from the people involved. More importantly, moving forward, whatever comes out next, if there's a gushing photograph between Her Majesty the Queen, Charles, Harry and Meghan, I'm not sure how well received that will be by the British public and indeed the Commonwealth. They feel they've supported Charles and the Queen throughout this whole debacle. So for them seemingly to waltz back in on a publicity tour en route to The Hague simply does not go down well. This is a moving story that we'll keep you posted across as and when we find out more. As ever, Neil Sean in the very heart of London.